Though men might be different from each other, there are facts generally true about them. And as a woman, your awareness of these truths will further help you in how you relate with men, most especially with your male partner. And this will also enable you to better understand men. Because it's when you understand men, that you will be better able to relate with them. And what are these truths every woman needs to know about men? 1. Men are egocentric. Whether you believe this or not, men are egocentric in nature. And one mistake I see women make is to try to force the man to drop his ego, which in reality, is not possible. And to be egocentric here, I don't mean to be overly concerned about your own needs, desires, and welfare, and not concerned or nonchalant towards the needs, desires, and welfare of others. No, that's not what I mean when I say men are egocentric. By men being egocentric, I mean he likes to be in charge, be praised, and be treated like a king or royalty. In other words, his egocentric nature makes him driven by respect and praise. Thus, he needs honor and praise, especially from the woman he loves. One other mistake I see women do, is telling their man that he is too egocentric. And when you tell a man that, you demean his sense of being an identity. That is, you make him feel less like a man and a king he ought to be. In case you don't know yet, telling a man not to be egocentric is more like telling a woman not to be emotional. How can that be possible? It's a known fact that women are emotional, and you can't take that part away from them. Likewise men, when it comes to ego. Men's sense of identity and value lie in their ego. When you shower his ego, you make him feel valued. And when a man feels valued by you, there is a kind of inner power that emerges within him, which forces him to want to do anything for you, like Queen Esther's husband in the scriptures. However, as a woman, your responsibility is not to try to kill the ego in him. Your responsibility is to use his ego to your advantage. And how do you do that? By appreciating him, praising and honoring him, allowing him to be in charge, not trying to make him feel attacked by you, not demeaning his person, making him feel wanted and valued by you, and going all your way to continue to feed his ego. As a matter of fact, when you feed a man's ego, you activate the king in him. And when the king in him is activated, he can do anything, and I stress, anything for you. Esther in the Bible understood this principle when she fed her husband's ego. When her husband's ego was well fed, the king in him came out, and he demanded Queen Esther to make a request, and he is willing to give all to her, even if it was half his kingdom. 2. Men are also emotional. As funny as this might be, it's always believed that men are strong, not emotional, don't cry, and can withstand any and every emotional trauma. May I shock you? That's absolutely not true. While it's true that men are not as highly emotionally developed as women, it's absolutely untrue that men are completely not emotional at all. Men are primarily logical, however, they are secondarily emotional. Though, not the extent or level of women. Yes, men cry sometimes in their closets. They come out, acting strong and energetic in the outside world, but in their secret place, they shed tears. So, stop believing the lie that men are not emotional. And as a result, you can just talk to them anyhow. That's not true, dear woman. Just as words hurt women, words also hurt men. And just as words spoken to women are to be carefully selected, likewise, words spoken to men are also to be carefully selected. Remember, men are also humans. They feel pains, they have feelings, and they are emotional as well. 3. Men are not emotionally developed like women. When the average boy is growing up, most of the things he finds interests in are football, basketball, sports generally, shooting, competition games, and other things associated with masculine. And all these are quite opposite of caring, love, and affection. They are associated with war, competition, and challenge. So, you see why men are not emotionally as developed as women. But for the average girl, you see her nursing a baby toy, feeding her, petting her, cooking, feeling for the innocent poor baby toy, carrying her around, and ultimately, watching over her every now and then. And all these involve caring, love, and affection. When you carefully check the two instances, you will know why the female child is more emotionally developed than the male. So, the truth that every woman should know about men is that men are not as emotionally developed as they are. In that, they might not be able to meet your expectations of how they should love, be caring and affectionate towards a woman. This is why it's your responsibility to teach men how to. Why? Because they don't know it, but you do. So, you have to teach him. That is, if he is willing to learn. And every good man should be willing to learn this. 4. Men crave for respect. Believe it or not, men love and crave for respect. Remember what I said earlier. I said a man's sense of value lies in his ego. And as a result of this, he craves for respect. Why? Because respect serves as a needed food for his ego. When you feed a man's ego, you shower it. And when a man's ego is being showered, the king in him comes out. And when the king in a man emerges, you obtain favor from him, even if it's half his kingdom. The truth is, when you want to get a man to do something for you, shower his ego. Yes, that's where the moo button of every man lies. When you do it the right way, it moves him to do anything for you. And praise serves as one of the elements of respect. To respect your man means, to speak highly of him, to regard him, to honor and revere him, to appreciate him, to make him feel needed and wanted, to treat him as you would a king, to encourage him, to support what he does, to be his cheerleader, to speak calmly to him, and to make him valued and important. Lastly, 5. Men also want to be pampered. Though this might be hard to believe, a part of every man also wants to be treated like a baby, and be pampered. Yes, he won't tell you this because men are expected to behave and act like strong warriors, but deep down, he also wants to be taken care of, and pampered like a baby. Young woman, no matter how strong your man might prove to be, a part of him also desires to be pampered. Yes, sometimes call him and ask how he is doing, ask if he has eaten, ask if he needs your help, or perhaps is there any way you can be of help to you, ask him if he has been sleeping well, and ask him if he is taking proper care of himself. Don't assume anything, pamper him sometimes. How do you pamper a baby? Do I still need to tell you how? I absolutely don't think so. So, these are the 5 truths about men every woman needs to know about. And I hope this video blesses you a lot. But before you go, have you watched our recent video, titled, 5 Attractive Things Godly Men Love in a Woman? In case you haven't, kindly check the description below for the link to the video. Thank you as you do that. And many thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and sharing. Importantly, if you find value from this video, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, in order to be notified of every one of our newly uploaded videos. See you in our next video. And remember, we love you.